Hello, Aspirants. I'm Indumati Karthikeyan from Inkar IAS Academy. Today we are going to discuss about the 1st March current affairs. The topic taken from the Delhi edition. The topic is wetland conservation. The topic comes under our GS3 conservation, environmental pollution and degradation. In this topic, we are going to discuss about what is wetland and what are the impacts and what are the types of wetlands, coastal wetlands, marshes, swamps, bogs, estuaries, and what is the importance of the wetlands and what are the threat of the wetlands and what are the efforts towards the wetland conservation. These are the topic we are going to discuss by today's news. First of all, why it is the necessary of mainstreaming wetland conservation, that is a suo motu public interest litigation by the Meghalaya High Court or recently, that is monitor the conservation of the wetland in the state, brings a focus back on this important ecosystem since 1971. That is, February 2 is observed every year as a World Wetland Day. To mark this adoption, that is a Ramsar Convention, the international treaty for the conservation of the wetland. It was signed in the Iranian city of Ramsar. So this is a protecting wetland for the our common future. So, wetlands are one of the most biologically diversified productive ecosystem providing multiple benefits globally. Wetlands are actually in an area of 12.1 million kilometer for on around 6% of the Earth's surface. So, it providing the 40.6% of the global ecosystem services. So, under the severe stress both quantitatively and also qualitatively, it is very much important due to various development activities including population growth, urbanization, industrialization, and also the increasing demand on the cater to various human needs of the climate change. First of all, what is wetland? That is, a wetlands or the area, the water is a primary factor that controlling the environment and the associated plant and animal life. This can occur when the water table is at or near the surface of the land or where the land is covered by water. The wetland mainly it defined the land transitional between the terrestrial and aquatic ecosystem, where the water table is usually at or near the surface of the land is covered by the shallow water, often called nature's kidney, that is a nature's supermarket. Wetlands support millions of people by the providing food, water, and also the controlling flood and storm surges. There is five types of wetlands. First of all, there is a coastal wetlands. That coastal wetlands are found in this area between the land and open sea that are not influenced by rivers such as shorelines, beaches, mangroves, and also the coral reefs. A good example in the mangrove swamp, which found in the sheltered tropical coastal area. That is, second one is marshes, that is periodically saturated, flooded, or ponded with the water. This is characterized by herbaceous, that is a non-woody vegetation that adapted to a wet soil condition. So the marshes are further characterized as a tidal marshes and not tidal marshes. And third one is swamps, that is fed primarily by surface water inputs and are dominated by trees and shrubs. The swamps occur in either freshwater or saltwater floodplains. The fourth one is bogs. That is a bogs are waterlogged peatlands that are over lake basins or depression in the landscape that almost all water in the bogs comes from the rainfall. Estuaries. That is a they are the rivers that is meet the sea and water changes from fresh or salt can be of extremely rich mix of biodiversity. These wetlands include deltas, tidal mud flows, and also the salt marshes. So the wetlands are very much important. First of all, what are the main importance of the wetlands? First of all, it is a highly productive ecosystem. The wetlands are highly productive ecosystem that provide the water with nearly two-thirds of fish hours, and also there is an integrated role in the energy of the watershed. That is a combination of the shallow water, that is high levels of nutrients are ideal for the development of the organism that from the base of the food web and also feed many species like fish, amphibians, shellfish, and also insect. There is a carbon sequestration. It's a wetlands, microbes, plants, and wildlife are part of the global cycle of water, nitrogen, sulfur. Wetlands are store a carbon within the plant communities and soil. instead of releasing it to atmosphere as a carbon dioxide. And also there's a lowering flood heights and reduces the soil erosion. The wetlands are function as natural barriers that trap and slowly release the surface water, rain, snow melt, and also the groundwater, flood water. Wetland vegetation also slow the speed of the flood water, that lowering the speed height and also flood heights and also reduce the soil erosion. There's a critical human plant life. There is a more than 1 billion people depend on them. That living 40% of the world species live in the wetlands and also breed in the wetlands. So these are the main important of the wetlands, and also there's a many threats because of the urbanization. There's wetlands need urban centers and under increasing development pressure. Residential, industrial, commercial facilities, urban wetlands are essential for preserving public water supplies. So the Delhi has more than 1,000 lakes, wetlands, ponds, and according to the estimate, the Delhi Wetland Authority, but most of the wetlands are threatened by the rampant encroachment, both planned and unplanned pollution through the dumping of solid waste and also construction debris. And also there's a agriculture for the waste stretches of the wetlands have been converted to the paddy field. That construction is a large number of reservoirs, canals, and also dams to provide the irrigation significantly alter the hydrology of the associated wetlands. And also there's a pollution. His main concern, that is a wetlands act as a natural water filter that can be clean up the fertilizer, pesticides, and also agricultural runoff, but not mercury from industrial sources and other type of pollution. So the growing concern about the effect of industrial pollution on drinking water supply, that is a biological diversity of wetlands. And the climate change is also one of the increased risk, that is the increased air temperature, shift in precipitation, increased frequency of storms, droughts, floods, increased atmospheric carbon dioxide concentration, and sea level rise also affect the wetlands. And also dredging is one of the reasons, that removal of the material from a wetland or a river bed, that dredging the streams lower the surrounding water table and dries up adjacent wetland. And also draining water is drained from wetlands by cutting ditches into the ground, which collects a transfer or transport water out of the wetland. This lowers the water table and dries out the wetland. What are the efforts towards a wetland conservation? There is a many efforts given by national level and also global level. First of all, there is a global level. They provide the Ramsar Convention, Matrix Record, World Wetland Day, and initiatives like national level, that is a conservation land management rules 2017, action plan of MOEFCC. So these are the initiative taken by the government and also global level. There is a in counter the unplanned urbanization and a growing population management of wetlands as an integrated approach, that is a planning, execution, and also monitoring. So the collaborative among academician and also professionals, including ecologists, watershed management specialists, planners, and decision makers for overall management of the wetlands, and also spreading awareness by initiating the awareness program about the importance of wetland, that constant monitoring of wetlands on their water quality, and also provide the vital input to safeguard the wetland for further deterioration. Thank you so much.